Let's talk about moving to Greenville and the 5 things that you need to know before you move. I'm David Crum and I've lived here since 1987. Greenville has changed a lot in that time, so let's get into what's happening now. 5 things and a bonus at the end. Number 1, living in Greenville, South Carolina is affordable. Greenville has one of the best costs of living that you can find in the South that's also a truly nice place to live. With transportation and housing costs significantly less than other southern cities like Asheville and Atlanta, you can experience the joys of the South without it costing you an arm and a leg. The cost of living in Greenville is about a 90 out of 100, or a little more than 10% less than the national average. We were listed as one of Yahoo's top 10 coolest cities with the lowest cost of living in the United States. The cost of living in Greenville, South Carolina is a huge part of why people are moving here from across the nation. You can check out more statistics at greenvilleeconomicdevelopment.org, a website of the Greenville Area Development Corporation, which helps attract new businesses to the upstate and has been very successful over the last decades. Number 2, you'll be able to have fun outside year-round. When it comes to experiencing the great outdoors while still having access to important amenities, it's hard to do any better than living in Greenville, South Carolina. This city is surrounded by the Blue Ridge Mountains, waterfalls, rivers, and lakes. You can experience the great outdoors right here in Greenville with over 20 miles of the Swamp Rabbit Trail. This trail is built for walking, running, and biking, and it goes from Travelers Rest into Greenville. There are talks in the works to connect it to another portion south of downtown at the Lake Conisty Nature Preserve, which I highly recommend. It's a great place to visit. A gorgeous 400-acre wildlife preserve, you can find more than 200 bird species, bog walks, and paved trails here. Another awesome chance to get outside is Paris Mountain State Park, located a little bit north of Greenville, but right outside the city and offering dozens of campsites, kayak rentals, miles of hiking and biking trails. This is a great spot if you're not looking to take a big trip, but you need to get away from the city for a while. To the west of Greenville, you will find the Jocassee Gorges Wilderness Area, which is more than 50,000 acres of lush protected forest lands. Tucked away in pristine wilderness, you can go hunting, fishing, hiking, birding in this pristine wilderness. Many other lakes and parks dot the upstate, from Lake Hartwell with 12-mile recreation area to Lake Saluda, Lake Robinson, and more. I love boating on Lake Hartwell, where water skiing is great. Frankly, there are too many nearby parks and wilderness areas to list here. If you're relocating to Greenville, South Carolina, you're only a short drive from nearly endless miles of mountain biking, hiking trails that you can explore. If you're feeling adventurous, there are also great opportunities for kayaking, zip lining, whitewater rafting, sailing, and more. If you enjoy living outdoors, then you're going to enjoy living in Greenville. Number 3, let's talk about the weather. Located in the Piedmont region of the United States, Greenville has a humid subtropical climate. You'll get to experience 4 distinct seasons here, but the weather is generally mild and enjoyable. The weather is a big reason people are choosing to move to Greenville, South Carolina. The summer in Greenville is hot and humid, with the average temperature sitting around 80 degrees. Roughly 43 days have highs above 90 degrees, and the growing season's typically 217 days long. The winters in Greenville are cool, dry, and pretty short. The average temperature in January during the day is 42 degrees. We average less than 5 inches of snow per year, with more some years and some years with no snow at all. Most of the time, if you're seeing snow, you can usually count on students and most people staying home for the day, but it'll likely melt the next day. There is more precipitation in the spring than in the fall, typically, but precipitation is largely evenly distributed year-round. Greenville is a pretty sunny place with 220 sunny days per year on average. For comparison, there are 205 sunny days on average in the U.S. as a whole. When living in Greenville, you'll surely enjoy the weather. Number 4, the school systems are excellent. If you're moving to Greenville, South Carolina with school-aged children, you'll be happy to know that the school systems are considered to be some of the best in the state of South Carolina. The school system in Greenville is considered to be the state leader in school choice. The school system prides itself on having something for everybody. With the Fine Arts Center, baccalaureate studies at all grade levels, gifted and talented programs, special education, and so much more, they really work to make it so that all needs and abilities of all children can be met. More information on Greenville County Schools can be found at greenville.edu. 12k.us, linked in the description down below. We really have enjoyed taking advantage of Greenville's public school systems for our children. Greenville is also home to one of the top liberal arts schools in the country, Furman University. You'll also find Clemson University about 45 minutes to the west, along with Clemson University International Center for Automotive Research, or ICAR, right here in Greenville, along with North Greenville University here as well. If you're living in Greenville, you notice the city has a very young age demographic with a lot of students coming here to specialize in their education. Number 5, Greenville is a haven for food lovers. With over 100 restaurants within 1 mile of downtown, there are plenty of choices. You can find great surf and turf at Larkins on the River, fine dining at Hall's Chop House or Maestro Bistro, the gastric pub experience at Nosedive, or your fill of a southern breakfast at the Maple Street Biscuit Company. There are choices aplenty, with even events downtown often having a food focus, with Euphoria, Fall for Greenville, Artisphere, and more offering a sampling of downtown cuisine as attendees enjoy their mix of events and shopping. Greenville's weather is great for outside dining in the spring and fall, and many restaurants cater to this with dining that can overlook a park or a view of the hustle and bustle of downtown sidewalks. Bonus time. Let's talk about real estate in Greenville. The median home price right now is $331,000 compared to a US median of almost $430,000. Like much of the nation, our market has slowed down some in the last few months, but it doesn't mean that it's slow. Sold homes are averaging only 9 days on the market, and while things have cooled, it's still a seller's market here with only about 7 weeks of inventory available on the market. It's more important than ever to have a great agent helping you maximize the sale of your home or helping you get into a great property in the best way possible. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe below. If you need help buying, selling, or investing in real estate, I would love to hear from you. Thank you.